All right, we are back with another Chase or Not. And today we got Valkyrie's Call, which is an exclusive from the Battles from the Ages in Foundations, one of the cards they added to that event. So you can get it from one of the reward packs from it. And it's an interesting card for sure. It's a support card enchantment. 5 shields is pretty good. 16 mana is not bad either. When a non-token, non-angel creature you control is destroyed, return the first creature without the angel subtype from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains the angel subtype. So what I was thinking about doing with this card, it obviously only benefits from when a creature you control is destroyed, right? And you know, I think what people mostly think of it is like it's going to be an insurance for you in case one of your non-angel creatures dies. This brings it back to the battlefield. And, you know, that's cool and all, but I don't really like cards that depend on your opponent doing something to you to get the benefit from it. So I was thinking, all right, what happens if we instead force a way to destroy our creatures and then benefit from it that way? So we make sure that we destroy our own creatures so that way we have control over how and when this card triggers for us. So what I came up with here is this Tamiyo deck. 1 creature, Galta. And Galta, excuse me, Galta is great because of the enter the battlefield effect. So we're converting 15 gems to green every time it enters. Well, it only triggers once per turn. However, I found that if you destroy Galta and then bring it back, you can trigger it as many times as you can in the same turn. So we got Reclaim to do that. And when we hit Reclaim, we're not only going to get the 12 mana from destroying one of our creatures, but Galta is going to return to the battlefield and trigger the 15 gems to green. So that's a great way to double dip on your gem conversion and gain extra mana from it. And then the rest of this is just kind of doing a few different things, you know, getting all of our pieces down as fast as we can. Thousand Moon Smithy is really only here because we need something in our deck to be able to trigger Golden Wish. And I wanted to use something, it needs to be an artifact support, but I wanted something that creates a token when it enters the board and it being an artifact. So I found Thousand Moon Smithy. It's a Gnome Soldier token. There's a couple other ones that do the same, but the Gnome Soldier is actually fairly decent because the base power and toughness become XX until the end of turn. X is the number of artifacts you control, including their reinforcement. So it's fodder for Reclaim and other things. And this version of this deck is using Kidnap. So we can use Kidnap to reclaim one of our opponent's creatures and bring a Galta into play. So there's a lot of funky things happening in it, but it actually works really well, and it's really fun to kind of use Valkyrie's Call in a Steal Yo Girl type of deck. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So Valkyrie's Call, we start with here. And we'll just wait until we pull either a Mystical Teachings or something of that sort to get both our mana into our hand. Oops, that was finger slip. We get mana into our hand or our other pieces into play here. So we want to get our loyalty up as well, because that's where Tamiyo shines, is when you can take advantage of gigantic mana bonuses. So we could do Thousand Moon Smithy into Reclaim, into Genesis Wave. I think that'll work fine. Okay, perfect. Can destroy this and get some mana from it. I should have saved that Genesis Wave for the next turn, but that's okay. So if we kidnap that creature and then hit Reclaim on it, we'll get a lot from it. But we did not pull a kidnap. However, we do have a Reclaim, so we'll do this. See if we hit our Mystical Teachings here. That's good. Grab Mystical Teachings. Maybe a Golden Wish. So I'm doing this just to show you what happens when we trigger Valkyrie's Call with Galta. We get it back. Goes into play. So that's another thing. In order for Galta to always hit, you need to play Angelic or Valkyrie's Call with only one creature, so that and make sure that you always grab one of the creatures from your deck. Because if you gather the pack with other creatures in it, it might not grab the Galta. And since Galta has one of the most powerful enter the battlefield effects in the game, you definitely want to use it. It doesn't matter. We'll kidnap them. Save our Reclaim for the next turn. It's a pretty beefy gnome there, actually. So we got a Thousand Moon Smithy with 17 shields on it, so it actually becomes a pretty solid creature there. Oh, I thought we had a Reclaim. Oh, we destroyed our kidnap anyway, but that's okay. Oops. Genesis Wave. Could Reclaim him. Just to show you what it looks like. Kidnap. Reclaim. See, hits the board. Converts gems. Same turn. New Galta. Doing the thing. I really think you need the other cards in this deck for consistency. You can still pull it off without things like mystical teachings, but you're gonna want Temple Discovery or Golden Wish in this deck so that you can really take advantage of Tamiyo. It's a lot slower without the masterpiece spells, unfortunately. Not saying it's impossible, but you definitely want those cards for consistency. Get a 5 match there. That's pretty good. We'll go for some loyalty. All right. Good. We're at our third. Okay, kidnap. Could just reclaim our gnomes. We don't really need to, though, actually. Not this time. So we haven't been able to sack one of our opponent's creatures with kidnap yet. Oh, there we go. But we don't have a Valkyrie's Call down yet. Will we be able to play the Valkyrie's Call before Reclaim? That would be great, but I don't know. Is that enough? I don't think that's going to be enough mana to get there. Oh, I guess it was. So we Reclaim. Our Galta comes down from the graveyard. And it looks like we got to keep the Ogre token too. Yeah, sure. Oh, it didn't transform because it's not technically ours. That seems like a bug. I don't know. I kind of want to see what happens if I reclaim my Galta here. Do I get a new Galta or do I get Ogre? No, we get a new Galta. Get a new Valkyrie's Call down. We could reclaim and ramp into our other cards here. So it's kind of like having the frog, Gitrog, down, but it's kind of like a Gitrog before your turn ends, so it's a little bit more flexible in that way. It's kind of fun to steal their Ogre Castle and not let them actually use it. That's a good way of getting rid of that annoying effect. Okay, sure, there. Okay, I'll show you an alternate version of this deck that basically is just using Temp with Bunnies as the win con, and everything else just kind of fuels that combo. So make a few different changes to this deck. Make sure I save this one. Oops, I should probably actually save that way. Okay. So we're taking out a few different things here. Take out Thousand Moon Smithy. Don't need Kidnap. We do want Temp with Bunnies and Assimilation Aegis. This will be our only defense in this deck, but it works all right. Space Dog is not an easy battle, so we'll see how this one goes. Okay, that's a solid start. Was worried about that. But if we get an Aegis down, can grab a Golden Wish here. Yes, perfect. We get an Aegis down. We don't have to worry about Ariette doing stuff to us. So the reason you don't want to do another creature in here is because if you play Gather the Pack with um, Galta another creature, you're more likely to grab the other creature. So Gitrog would be cool otherwise. But in this combo, it doesn't quite work. Huh, interesting. Are they playing Ambiguity? I guess they are. This might not go great for us. See, told you this was not going to be an easy battle. Yeah, he's got coalition victory. Which is pretty crazy. Normally I would just quit out of this battle, but I want to see what happens. It's actually fairly similar to things I run with her. Dang. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to come back from that. I don't have the patience to sit through that. I'm sorry. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, Golden Wish. It'll take a while to get there. So hopefully we can draw into Mystical Teachings first. I guess there. Alright, it's pretty good. We got there quickly. Good. In a Mystical Teachings, maybe get a Genesis Wave from the Mystical Teachings and save that one for later. Yes. Good. We're always going to grab a Galta because it's the only creature in our deck. Get bunnies. We don't have a Valkyrie's call down though, so need to wait to get there first. Actually don't need all these Galtas. Crazy as that sounds. Okay, there's our Valkyrie's call. Get our Galta down. Not now. Not now. Could reclaim our Galta. Oh, do we not have Valkyrie's call on the board anymore? Well, that sucks. Well, at least we re-triggered it with a Genesis wave. No Valkyrie's call. Could do this. Genesis wave. There it is. Well, Valkyrie's call, reclaim, Genesis wave into bunnies. See? Let's see. See? Triggers again. Bunnies. Bunnies. This time it won't, because we already triggered this one. But that's okay. So that's how that usually goes. If I want to keep my Galtas around, I will sack my bunnies with reclaim. So let's just see how fast it wins. That was a battle. I was more just showing off the idea. I think I may like the kidnap version more, actually. Seems to have a little bit of defense built into it. Okay, well, mystical teachings into a golden wish. See how long that takes us to get there. Good bunnies, reclaim. Tempt is good too. Get Valkyrie's call. We'll save our reclaim for next turn. Genesis wave. Into Galta. It's another bunny. So, yeah, as you can see, the combo doesn't completely rely on Valkyrie's call, but it does help keep things going in case you need to keep filling your hand with mana. If I found a way to fit Coalition Victory into here, it might even be more consistent, but definitely not necessary. It is a pretty cool card. It's an interesting combo to put together there. I guess if I really needed to take something out of this deck, it would be Gather the Pack for Coalition Victory. I'm curious to see if this makes the deck better or what. Nice. Mystical Teachings into, I guess, a Coalition Victory. But we definitely didn't need that then. Mystical Teachings. Maybe grab a Golden Wish. That would be great. Temple Discovery will do fine. Yeah, Galta. Valkyrie's Call. That's good. Coalition Victory at least provides a little defense. Midnight Snack. Interesting. Try and get to that Galta there. Slasher. Okay. Not a lot of great matches here. Get that Midnight Snack. Oh, that's fun. That's not. Okay. Want that Golden Wish. Bad swaps available, though. Not good. Is that Midnight Snack or which one? Okay, there's Midnight Snack. Let's get rid of that, at least. Don't like that. Shoot. I was worried about that. At least there was no activate gems. Okay. Bunnies. Hopefully get some life back from those bunnies. But we're going to win here. On the lowest end, I think bunny should do enough to... No, not quite. Never mind. Oh, well, yeah, with the Aegis. Just catching the stream. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm just I'm actually wrapping it up here. In the last few battles, yeah, I think the kidnap version actually works better. So that is the route I would go with it. Yeah, so since it is a Battles from the Ages exclusive, if you're playing that event in enough times, and you should be, then you'll eventually get this card. And I think for me, it really only works in this specific combo, which is pretty fun, but it depends on where else you're going to put it. I don't know if it's a great card for most events, unless you're just using it as like extra creature insurance. This is the way that I found to work with it offensively, which is pretty fun and pretty cool, but probably not something I will use a lot. unless I have a reason to. Maybe let's destroy X amount of creatures per battle. It might be okay in there. But beyond that, I don't know. I don't know if I would necessarily call this a chase card, because it is a pretty strong and fun card in the right deck, but it's a very niche use card if you want to actually play it as a strong card to do offense with. And then, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I don't like cards that necessarily usually rely on your opponent doing things to you. So that's why I'm going to say this one is not a chase, but it's not hard to get it if you do end up trying to chase it. All you have to do is just stay up on Battles from the Ages and you'll get it eventually. So it's not one that, if you're only playing Battles from the Ages for the cards themselves, even so, you'll still end up getting it on some run eventually. So it's not a chase, but you might end up with it anyway. So it's kind of my thoughts about it there. So we're getting close to running out of Foundation's Mythics and Masterpieces to showcase here, which is actually kind of exciting. It's nice to get to the point of having a full collection of cards that I've made my decisions on. So I think there are about 8 or more cards left to do. So yeah, looking forward to getting to the rest of them here. So I will come back tomorrow with another Chase or Not, and hope to see you there. Did you do Twin Flame yet? Nope. I think that might be the next card. Either that or a Masterpiece I haven't gotten around to. But very fun card, Twin Flame, and yeah, I definitely look forward to showcasing that one. So I'll just have to go back and remember which ones are my favorite decks to run with it. But right on. If you're looking forward to Twin Flame Tyrant, that's either coming tomorrow or the day after. No problem, Roy. Thanks for hanging out and catching the end of the stream here.